Hello and welcome back to the Beautiful Things channel and a very long awaited what have I been sewing video. Now this isn't going to be a what have I been sewing December, a what have I been sewing January, or even a what have I been sewing in February. It's just going to be a catch up because I haven't done a what I've been sewing video since I think November. So I have been sewing, I have been making lots of things. I've been making things I can't show you at the moment, but I have been making a few garments. Now please excuse the light behind me. I'm in my conservatory filming today and summer is trying to come out. So I'm not complaining at that, but this video needs filming and if I don't do it today, it's not going to get done at all. So, first things first, number one is toile number 2 of my Fit for 40 dress. Now, I made my Fit for 40 dress, here it is. I'm not going to model it for you, ta-da! And if you haven't seen the progress of this dress, then you need to check out my Fit for 40 playlist. I'll link it up here. Go and check it out and you will see the progress as to how I made this dress and the 3 different toiles that I needed to make before I got it right. And this was toile number 2. So this was, if you've watched the videos this will make sense. If you haven't, you might want to go and watch them now and then come back to this one. This was the first one of a dress, so without a separate bodice and skirt. So this is the first toile of the dress pattern. From the front, it looks nice, you can see. It's quite figure hugging, but it's not too tight. It's still quite drapey as a jersey. On the back, there's a seam running across here. Just on the back though, because of my accidental pattern cutting abilities, but it's only on the back. No one's really going to notice it. It doesn't detract from the dress. Now I didn't bother to line this because it was just a toile to see how it fitted, so I've put bands, here we go, I tried to do this without giving you too much boob, bands on the neckline and bands on the arms, so it does make the shoulder straps wider than they are in the finished dress, because obviously you've got a few centimetres either side of the strap. And it does also make it a little bit looser. It's not as clingy because this dress is lined with a jersey lining. So this is just toile. At the end of the day, I had no intention of even necessarily wearing it, but I'm sure you will agree it's a perfectly decent summer dress. I'll be able to wear this on holiday. It's perfect for just bumming around the resort, popping on in the evening to go down for dinner. It's smart cash. With sandals it will look really, really casual, and with high heels it will look really posh for going out. So I'm happy with it. I'll wear it. It's doable. This next dress is one of my favourites. It is the Patterns for Pirates Sunshine dress. So in my November sewing makes, I'll link it here, I showed you the black version of this that I made for our Stitches Social. In fact, I'll pop a picture up here. This was the black version that I wore for the Stitches Social with Sian from Kittenish Behaviour. I liked the neckline of this, so I actually took the neckline and the shoulders and I used that for the bodice of my self-drafted Fit for 40 dress. So it's had a lot of variations, and then I decided it was actually time that I made the full length maxi version. So let me show you. So the maxi version is great. It's a fitted wrap over bodice that stops just under the bust. It's about 2 inches below the bust line. It's then gathered here across this midsection. And then there's sections that aren't gathered, and then it's gathered across the back. But the reason it's not gathered here is because it has pockets. It does, there. Pockets. Who doesn't love pockets? And the way that these pockets are put in is absolutely ingenious. It's a method I've never used before, but I loved it and it was so super simple. So this is a perfect summer dress. I'm going to get loads of wear out of this. It fits really nicely. It's just a long gathered skirt, goes right down to my ankles. and it is super, super comfy. And how gorgeous is this fabric? It reminds me of Joules fabric. How Joules used to be. Joules have changed recently and they've gone a bit more muted in their colours. But they always used to be all about the navy, mustard and hot pink, which I loved. I can't actually remember where I got this fabric from now. It's been in my stash for a very long time, waiting for the perfect dress to come along. I do remember seeing it originally though. Lynn from the Make It Rooms, which is another craft studio close to where I live, had posted it on her Instagram. And she'd bought it, I believe, from a fabric shop that was up Cambridge way. She'd been to visit, and I then bought some online. Elspeth also bought some. We bought 5 meters between us and split it, and she's made a really, really lovely lady skater dress out of it. But I couldn't bring myself to cut into it until I found the perfect pattern, and I think I have. I'm going to get loads of wear out of this summer. I've got a summer holiday coming up really soon. Another summer holiday with my parents in the actual summer, and then we're going away for a bit of winter sun too. Whoa, good timing. So let me show you my next make. This next, oh, can you hear that wind whistling? The weather is, yeah, up in arms today. Anyway, we'll try and ignore it. This is another sunshine dress I made last week. I made this to wear to the Knitting and Stitch show. So if you've watched my Knitting and Stitching show video, you will have already seen it. So it's exactly the same. It also has pockets. It's lovely, and it's in this leopard print jersey. Again, I'm afraid I can't tell you where I got this jersey from. One of my regular ladies posted some kids' pyjamas that she'd made on Facebook in this fabric. I then said to her, where did you get it from? She told me the link, I ordered it and then probably forgot. However, I do know that the lovely Suzanne from Pink Scissors is going to be stocking this fabric very soon. In fact, by the time you watch this, she's probably got it. Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just turn you around. Here you go. That's a little bit better. So Suzanne from Pink Scissors Fabric is going to be stocking this fabric, and by the time you watch this, may already have it in stock. So I will pop her link down below, and if you want to get 12% off your order, there is a nice yummy discount code down there too, just from me. So I love this. Again, it's going to get lots of wear. The only thing I realised is that I sewed this panel on incorrectly. So this one is running all the way over the top, and it should be underneath this one, which should run over the top. So I'll show you the bust of my previous dress, and then I'll show you this one, and you can see the mistake I've made. The cross of this, the wrap, this is correct. This way, across the front, from left to right, as I can see it anyway. Left shoulder to right. This one is wrong, right to left. And as you can see, the line of the neck doesn't sit, it just sits here, not directly in the middle of my bust. So I do have to kind of move it around a bit to make it sit right. But never mind. I'm going to move you into the kitchen for my next make. Although we're still attached to the conservatory and it's still bright, not quite so bad. So my next make is the Tilly and the Buttons Nora top. Now I made this well before Christmas, probably towards the end of November, early December. I've used a knit fabric, I'll show you. So it's obviously more animal print, it's very much knit, and on the back it's like a fleecy back, a bit like a sweatshirt, but the front isn't smooth like a sweatshirt. It is, you can see just about there, if I go close, you can see all the little ridges, so it's really, really nice. It's like, ooh, it's like a sweater knit with a sweatshirt lining, so it's super cozy. Now I have to admit, I wasn't particularly enamoured with this pattern when it first came out. It looked a bit too easy and like a bit of a sewing cop-out, but it's proved very popular, and I've seen lots of them pop up over Instagram. It isn't the most flattering of garments, I have to admit. I do actually prefer it if I roll the collar down a bit. there we go, and let it sit like that. It looks a little bit nicer on me. But it is super, super cozy, and I have worn this loads over the winter because it has kept me really warm. I did find the sleeves came up really long, so this is really strange because Tilly's patterns normally go together like an absolute dream. I've never said a bad thing about any of them, but this one, the sleeves came down to like here. They were so long. In fact, what I've done, you can see, it looks like I've got a cuff on here. It goes inside. But this is a faux cuff. What I actually did is rolled back all of the excess fabric so that it was wrong sides together by about 6 inches. Overlocked round and then folded it back. So I've now got a faux cuff, so you can see there's the overlocking on the inside there. I'll do a little tutorial maybe on how to do that. It's really easy. You can do it with the sewing machine. You don't have to have the overlocker. But I just couldn't be bothered to chop off and waste all that fabric. So I thought it would be quite nice to put a cuff on it. Yeah, I've done exactly the same on the bottom to give me like a faux cuff around the bottom instead of a hem, which I really like. I'll give you a little twirl. Obviously I've got it on over my leopard print dress, so I wouldn't wear the two of these together, but just for the camera, just to show you, it's not particularly flattering. It looks a bit like a tent, but it's warm, it's cozy, it keeps me very snug, and it has had an awful lot of wear. I forgot you were still recording. So my next make is another Tilly, again, worn with my leopard print dress. This is the Stella hoodie, and this one I can't fault at all. It fits really, really nicely. You can see I've put the kangaroo pocket on the front here. I've got my cuffs just turned under at the bottom, and I've done a faux twin needle hem. So I overlocked it, and then I've just done 2 rows. I'll show you. 2 rows of straight stitching, but I just put the stitch length up to 3.5. So it's got, you can see it's got plenty of stretching, and it's not popping those stitches, and it just looks nice and neat, but I've overlocked the inside. Now I did have a little faux pas with this hoodie, unfortunately, and it's purely down to me not reading the instructions properly. So I lined the hood with offcuts from my sunshine dress. I thought that would look really nice. I did a little poll on Instagram to see what colour cord I was going to go for. I'll pop a picture up here. It was between pink, green and mustard, and the mustard yellow was what everybody went for. I was really proud of my buttonholes. So, I don't know if you can see those, not that that's in all my double chins, but yeah, I was very proud of my buttonholes. They went in really nicely, but I didn't read the instructions properly. So the instructions say once you've made your hood and you've put it together that you're going to top stitch all the way round from here round to here. That makes sense. So I just read the word top stitch the hood, so I went and I top stitched the hood. And if I do say so myself, it's rather neat top stitching, and I'm very proud of it. But what I discovered was the top stitching needs to be, and I can't remember the exact measurements because the book's at work, but needs to be about here. Because obviously this is your buttonhole. So the top stitching, the distance between the top stitching and the fold of the fabric is what creates the casing for your cord to go all the way, ooh, crazy hair, all the way around here. Ah. Attacking me. All the way around here. Well, my cord doesn't do that because it won't fit in there, because I've got the tiniest, narrowest, littlest cavern, and by the time I'd stitched it all together, the last thing I was going to do was thread the cord, stitched it all together, put it all together, attached the hood to the body. Again, look, more, oh, go away son, more gorgeous top stitching. How perfect is that? Esme would be proud of me. But yeah, it was too late. So this is a faux pas, but it's also a faux cord. This piece actually runs around the back of my neck and out the other side. So it does nothing. It wouldn't even, well, it would strangle me. I could pull it up here. It does nothing. It can potentially come out in the wash as well. But it looks cute. I can't obviously draw my hoodie up, but I don't actually think that I would want to anyway. To be honest, most of the time it's just going to be worn like this. And if I hadn't told you, you would never know. But for those of you who haven't sewn a Stella hoodie yet, read the instructions. Make sure you leave the right amount of distance between the fold and your top stitching so you can thread your cord properly. But another fabulous Tilly garment, really happy with it, super cozy. This is particularly cozy because this fabric was actually bought a year ago specifically for this project when I was in Utrect with Elspeth. It is minky lined fleece. Look at that. You can see how beautifully soft that is. So lovely to wear. I was really tempted to make this the other way around. So I had a fuzzy hoodie and then it's gorgeous quality on the outside. This is beautiful quality fabric. I think it's about between 10 and 12 euros a metre, which is a ridiculous price for this quality. It is the best quality minky line sweatshirt fabric I've ever come across. I will put a link down below for Toppy Stoffen, which is where it's from. They do ship to the UK and I think they ship internationally as well, and they do it by weight. So what I would suggest you do is either club together with some sewing friends and put in a big order, or get 4 or 5 different patterns that you want to make, and then that will make your postage worthwhile because it isn't crazy money. And actually the quality levels, I've not found this kind of quality in the UK. They also have such an amazing choice of fabrics and different patterns. I'm going back to the Utrect fabric market in September this year and I can't wait, mainly because I'm not going to freeze all of my facial features off while I'm shopping. If you haven't seen my Utrect fabric market videos, I will pop one of them up here, but there is actually 3 of the trip and you'll find them in my travel vlog playlist, which again I'll pop up the top or link down below for you. So that is everything that I have been sewing over the last few months. I've got lots of other things cut out and in the progress. The stuff that I can't show you are non-clothes related, but they are all projects for our online sewing club, which the doors are open for now. If you want to come and join us, you'll receive video tutorials from me to make some really superb items. They're not garments, they're all things. As an example, we've made one of those fantastic lay flat drawstring makeup bags. We've done patchwork placemats, and we've also done block door stops with the zips in the bottom, and learned some really fantastic techniques. I will say that the next project is an organisational one, and it does involve sewing with PVC or clear vinyl. So it's very exciting. I'll pop the link to join down below. If you've got any questions, then please do ask. There is also a video explaining it, which I will link up here for you. So have a wonderful day. I hope I will be back with you very, very soon with more what I've been sewing. Otherwise, keep up to date with the weekly sewing activity that happens in my studio, Beautiful Things headquarters, with our Friday vlog BTHQ banter, so you can see exactly what goes on a day-to-day basis. Now, interestingly, when I looked at my analytics for my channel the other night, 50% of the people that view my videos are not subscribers. So if you are viewing this video and you are not subscribed to the channel, please do. Just click that big red button that says subscribe. Yes, my videos will show up in your YouTube newsfeed, which is great, so you won't miss them. But if you're not bothered about that, click it anyway, because it does us YouTubers a massive favour. The more subscribers we get to our channel, the more YouTube promotes our channel for us, so we don't have to do quite so much hard work. I'm absolutely delighted to have just hit 4,500 subscribers. I really wanted to do that by the summer, so I'm really chuffed to have done it already. But I would love to have more subscribers, so please, 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 if you don't subscribe, do hit that subscribe button. I post 3 times a week, on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, and there is always plenty of crafty content, as well as some random mum organisational business kind of stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I will see you all again really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.